everyone, my name is Aastha. I welcome you all to our classes for International English Olympiad for class 8th. Today is our 14th class in the series and we will be doing the topic of conjunctions. That is a very interesting topic because it helps us to connect various words or phrases or sentences. We will be understanding the topic and moving on to its various questions as well. Alright, so let's get started.
So first of all, the question that comes to our mind is what are conjunctions? हम सबसे पहले ये question answer करने की कोशिश करेंगे. All right, let's start. Now conjunctions are words that join nouns, verbs, sentences. कितना simple meaning है. Conjunctions क्या करते हैं? जोड़ने का काम करते हैं. So conjunctions are words that join nouns, verbs, sentences. So simple. They provide unity. They help in forming meaningful words and statements. अब let's see ये जो meaning हमने पढ़ा है इसके हम examples पढ़ेंगे और explanation और पढ़ेंगे. So अभी हमने क्या पढ़ा है? Conjunctions are words that join any nouns, verbs or sentences. Alright, तो यही आपको याद रखना है बस कि जो words join कर रहे हैं ना, join करने का काम, unity provide करने का काम, meaningful words and statements बनाने का काम, वही होते हैं conjunctions. Alright, let's start. Okay, now ये है हमारा first sentence, which is she is very tired. ठीक है. Second sentence है she did a lot of work today. Okay, ये दो sentences हैं. अब इन sentences को हमें क्या करना है? हमें इन sentences को join करना है. हमें इनको unite करना है. तो हम कैसे करेंगे? Through conjunctions. Conjunctions को use करके she is tired because she did a lot of work today. ठीक है, she is tired because वो tired है क्योंकि उसने इतना सारा काम किया आज. तो जो word है यहाँ पे because ये है हमारा conjunction. क्यों? Because this is joining these two sentences together. Alright, and it is forming a meaningful sentence. जो इन दोनों sentences को join करके जो meaningful sentences बना रहा है word वो है because. So because is our conjunction. Another example, my brother likes ice creams. Alright. Second sentence, my brother gets sick when he eats a lot of ice creams. अब हम यहाँ पे इस दोनों sentences को join करेंगे, एक meaningful sentence बनाएंगे. कैसे? My brother likes ice creams, but he gets sick when he eats a lot of them. Alright? So ये जो word है हमारा but, what is he doing? It is joining these two sentences and the word but is providing meaning to both of these sentences. एक meaningful new sentence form हुआ है with the word but. Alright? I don't like to eat papaya. First sentence is I don't like to eat papaya. Second sentence is I don't like to eat melons. अब इन्हीं को हमने एक नए सेंटेंस में कैसे जोड़ा? I don't like to eat papaya or melons. कि ना तो मुझे पपाया पसंद, मुझे पपाया मेलन्स कुछ भी नहीं पसंद. So what did the word or do here? It joined both of these sentences. Join कर दिया एक तो, ठीक है, join कर दिया और meaning भी provide कर दिया. Meaningful sentence बना ना ये. I don't like to eat papaya or melons, right? Another example. He came late today. वो आज लेट आया. Our teacher punished him. टीचर ने उसे पनिश किया. दो sentences हैं. अब इन दोनों sentences को हम एक sentence में कैसे join करेंगे? He came late today, so our teacher punished him. Right? So जो यहाँ पे so क्या काम कर रहा है? It is joining these two sentences, and second चीज इन दोनों को join करके जो sentence बना रहा है उसको meaning दे रहा है. क्या? Word so. All right. All right, so now we will do the various types of conjunctions ताकि आपको questions में आसानी हो. Let's read the various types. First is the coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunction जैसे हमें नाम से ही पता चल रहा है. What do? They coordinate. They coordinate. How? They link equal parts of a sentence, be it words, phrases, or independent clauses. Right? And इनका एक feature क्या है? They come usually in the middle of a sentence and a comma is used before the conjunction unless both clauses are very short. So what do? They link, which means they coordinate equal parts of a sentence, be it words, phrases or independent clauses. Coordinating conjunctions जो हैं, हमने इनके नाम से ही पता चल रहा है कि coordinate कर रहे हैं. दो words हैं या phrases हैं या कोई independent sentences हैं, independent clauses हैं, उनको एक साथ link करके जो conjunction use होता है उसे हम coordinating conjunction कहते हैं. और usually they come in the middle of the sentence. क्योंकि हम दो sentences को या दो words को या दो phrases को join कर रहे हैं, so they usually come in the middle of the sentence. All right, and a comma is used unless both of them are very short. इसके हम अब examples देखते हैं. All right, so here you see. Now इसके लिए हमें coordinating conjunctions याद करने के लिए we have this particular short form जो आप use कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? Okay. Mnemonic कहते हैं हम इसे, जो short form है ना, fan boys. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. All these are coordinating conjunctions. All right. Let's see a few examples. Now here the example says, I like mangoes and strawberries. What is the conjunction here? And. यहाँ पे and क्या कर रहा है? It is coordinating the two words, mangoes and strawberries. दोनों को equal importance देके it is coordinating. All right. Then similarly, for the next one, we have he doesn't like swimming, so he won't go to the pool. He doesn't like swimming. So is coordinating, linking these two separate clauses. Right? So यही काम होता है किसका? Coordinating conjunctions का. क्या? Coordinate करना. Alright. So that's all for the coordinating conjunctions. And ये जो mnemonic है हमारा fanboys, you can use this to remember the names. Remember the various coordinating conjunctions. Next, there are subordinating conjunctions. Now, when are subordinating conjunction used? Now, this conjunction introduces a subordinating clause. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Subordinating conjunction नाम से ही पता चल रहा है कि एक subordinating clause introduce होगा. And what do? They link that dependent clause to an independent clause. Dependent clause to an independent clause. Let's see the examples. My mother begins to sneeze whenever she opens the window. Whenever she opens the window. Alright. So यहाँ पे क्या है? हम एक subordinate clause introduce हुआ क्या? She opens whenever she opens the window. ठीक है. So एक जो हमारा dependent clause है. Dependent clause क्या है? My mother begins to sneeze. And independent whenever she opens the window. जब भी window खोलेंगी वो है independent clause. And my mother begins to sneeze. So it is linked with whenever. Whenever is a subordinating conjunction. Another example. When my phone rang, my pet got startled. So इसमें independent clause क्या है? When the phone rang. जब phone बजा तो my pet got a little scared, got a little startled. So ये dependent, क्योंकि pet का startle होना किस पे dependent था? Phone ring करने पे. Alright? Let's move on. Okay, so here you see we have a few categories within the subordinating conjunctions. Like we have conjunctions of comparison. They used to compare something like conjunctions like than, rather than, whether, as much as, whereas. Alright, so they are used to making certain comparisons. You will see in the final questions also how certain comparative conjunctions are used. Alright, I'm just giving you a brief overview now. Okay, so next we have the conjunctions of time, which are conjunctions that used to tell time, like after, as long as soon as, before, by the time, now that, once, since, till, until, when, whenever, while. Alright, so these are the conjunctions, the words which join two clauses or two parts or two words and used to tell time. Okay, here we have a few conjunctions of condition. Now they provide a certain conditionality. If, like, I will do something, or say I will go to swimming if you get me a new costume. So if it is used to attach some condition, then only if, unless, until, provided that, assuming that, even if, in case that, lest. All these are used to provide certain conditions, certain conditionalities. All right. Okay, we have a few more. We have conjunctions of reason, the ones which are used to provide certain reasons for something, like because, since, so that, in order that, or in order to do something. All right. Why? All these are used to provide certain reasons. Okay. Okay, here conjunctions of concession. They are used for concessioning like though, although, even though, while, despite. There may be more, just given a few for examples for your broader understanding. Nobody is really going to ask you what are conjunctions of concession, what are the conjunctions of condition. I'm just telling these to you to give you a broader understanding. All right, so you can understand, as per when a question is given to you, you can try to relate and understand that, you know, here concessioning is happening, or here a reason is provided, or here we're talking about time. So that way you can figure out which conjunctions to use. All right, so these were the conjunctions for concession. Next, okay, here are conjunctions of place. When we're talking about some place, I want to go to a place where there are lots of chocolates, where there are large buildings, you know, talking about where or wherever. All these are used for telling a certain place and thus connecting and joining two parts. All right. Then we have conjunctions of manner. They are so used to provide some information about the manner in which something is happening, like how, as though, as if. All right, the conjunctions of manner. We have conjunctions of purpose also, providing a certain aim or certain purpose as to why something is happening. So that, in order that, both of these can be used for providing a certain purpose. Here we have relative pronouns. Now relative pronouns sometimes used as conjunctions. So I've just given a slide for that, like who, whoever, whom, whomever, whose. So these are relative pronouns. We did them in pronouns. These can be used sometimes as conjunctions, which means these are relative pronouns, but they do the job of a conjunction as well sometimes. All right. Here, relative adjectives. Again, like relative pronouns, even relative adjectives many a times do the job of what? Conjunctions. So just letting you know that it doesn't cause any confusion in the future. So the third category of conjunctions we have are correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions क्या हैं? नाम से क्या पता चल रहा है हमें कि एक दूसरे से रिलेट करते हैं. So they are always used in pairs of two. All right. And they join words or phrases of equal importance. Equal importance words or phrases को join करते हैं. Let's see the examples. As and as, just as, so, both, and, hardly, when, scarcely, when, either or, neither nor, if, then, not, but. Now, how can we use these? Suppose we say, if you go out for a movie today, then you won't get any time to do your homework. All right. So इसमें दोनों जो sentences हैं, दोनों जो phrases हैं, they are of equal importance. And यहाँ पे if and then both of them are being together. So they are being used in pairs. हम neither nor का अगर example लें तो neither do I like swimming nor do I like cycling. All right. So दोनों की negative sentences, दोनों जो phrases हैं, they are of equal importance कि मेरे को cycling भी उतनी नहीं पसंद और मेरे को swimming भी उतनी ही नहीं पसंद. So neither do I like this nor do I like that. All right. So these are the three categories of correlative conjunctions. These are the three categories of conjunctions that we have done. सबसे पहला हमने क्या किया था? First one was the coordinating conjunctions. Second one was the subordinating conjunctions. And the third one is this correlative conjunctions. Right? हमने conjunctions पढ़ लिए. Now it's time to take our quiz. Conjunctions are not so difficult. इसमें बस आपको क्या करना है? इसमें बस जो हमने conjunctions करे हैं इनके मीनिंग के हिसाब से हमें इनको sentences में formation में डालना है. All right, they're very easy. Let's start. All right, so for the quiz what we will be doing is, now every question you will be given 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Why am I giving you 1 minute? Because you see your question paper of IEO, it has about 50 questions, and so you can imagine that you get more or less a minute to answer the questions. Now this 1 minute is the maximum that you should be taking for answering the question. Now suppose there could be two, three categories of students. First category is, suppose you answer the question within that 1 minute. So I would request you to fast forward the video and skip right to the answer. You should not be wasting your time. All right. Now the other students who are not able to answer the question in 1 minute, what you do, you don't skip to the answer. You pause the video and you write down your answer. All right, it is very important to answer each and every question because there is no negative marking. Here you see, for every incorrect answer, no points, because there is no negative marking in IEO, so it is important that you attempt all the questions. Now for a question of which you are not sure about the answer, now even here and even in the exam, if you are not sure about the answer and you maybe think that B option might be correct or C option might be correct, so you should in that case play your luck and play your mind and make a guess and still give an answer, because it is a win-win situation. Either you will get the marks for that question or you will get a 0, right? But if you don't attempt that question at all, then you are anyway getting a 0 in that, right? So it is good to attempt those questions, and even if you don't know all the answers, try to understand and take a guess. Okay, so this is for every correct answer 10 points. This is just for your own little game where you can try to maintain a notepad. So here you write the name of the chapter and then the question, and then if it is correct you can give yourself 10 points. If it is not correct, you mark it here. So it is important to see these questions, the ones which you mark incorrect. It is important to go back to them later and then see where you did the mistake. All right, this is just for your reference. For every correct answer you can give yourself 10 points. All right, now let's start. All right, so now we move on to the questions for conjunctions. The first category of question says fill in the blanks with the most appropriate conjunction. Okay, let's see. Dash Kanu or her brother has won the trophy. The options are neither Kanu or her brother, either Kanu or her brother, when Kanu or her brother, or so Kanu or her brother. Here the correct answer is B. Either Kanu or her brother. Why either? This is pretty. This is a safe hint also given in the question, referring to or. So right, either Kanu or her. So these are correlative conjunctions which are used in pairs. So either Kanu or her brother. Okay. Neither would have been used if there would have been or nor instead of or. Okay. Then we have when. When is used as the conjunction of time. So is used for providing a certain conclusion to something. Alright, next. The principal dash the staff encouraged the hockey players. The principal but the staff, this principal as well as the staff, the principal as soon as the staff, or the principal nor the staff. Here the correct answer is B, as well as. Now as well as means in addition to, like, including both of these. The principal also and the staff also. So both of them equally. Encourage the hockey players. Then we have but. But is used for contrasting statements. As soon as is used as a conjunction of time. Then we have nor. Nor is used with neither as correlative conjunctions for joining the phrases of equal importance. Alright, now the next one says, I don't know whether he appeared for the test dash not. Whether he appeared for the test or not, whether he appeared for the test nor not, whether he appeared for the test that not, or he appeared for the test and not. This is pretty easy. The correct answer is A, or. Why? Because we are providing a certain choice. Okay, but I don't know whether he either, one thing is appeared for the test, the choice is what? Or not. Or is used when out of these two situations only one is going to be true. Okay, then we have nor. Nor is the opposite of or. Then we have that. That is used for a certain, providing certain reason or conclusion, or used in the speech, indirect speech sort of conjunctions. You have and is used as a coordinating conjunction. Okay, here, dash you practice hard, you can't win the boxing title. Here, the options are until you practice hard, B, till you practice hard, C, unless you practice hard, or D, if you practice hard. Now here the correct answer is C, unless you practice hard, because this is providing a certain condition that what you have to do. First you have to practice hard, then only you'll be able to win the boxing title. So unless you practice hard, this is a condition. You can't win the boxing title. All right. Then we have until. Until is used as the conjunction of time. Then we have till also as a conjunction of time. If also is used as a conjunction of reason for certain condition. Sorry, not reason, condition. Okay, now the next one says Raju relishes not only Chinese dash continental food. Not only Chinese, also continental food. Not only Chinese, but also continental food. Not only Chinese, rather continental food. Oh, sorry, I missed this one. Not only Chinese, but continental food. So here the correct answer is Raju relishes not only Chinese, but also continental food. Now these are this pair, not only but also. These are correlative conjunctions which are always used in pairs. Like when we say not only this happens, but also this also happens. We are providing an addition. So here Raju not only relishes Chinese food but also continental food. Okay. Alright, now this one says Sonali prepares delicious food dash she does not garnish it well. And she does not garnish it well, but she does not garnish it well, but also she doesn't garnish it well, or also she doesn't garnish it well. Here the correct answer is B, but she does not garnish it well. Why but? Because but is used when we are talking about two contrasting statements. Like one statement is Sonali prepares delicious food, but in contrast to that, in contradiction to that, she does not garnish it well. All right. Alright, now next. No sooner did the mariner set the rails, dash it began to rain. Then it began to rain, then it began to rain, if it began to rain, after it began to rain. Okay, so here the correct answer is then it began to rain. No sooner did this happen than it began to rain. This is also like a correlative conjunction. This is a pair, no sooner and than, or it can be used together as well. Like no sooner did this one thing happen than the next thing had also started. Okay, we have others. Then is used. It is used when we have to talk about like the next thing that happens. This happened, then this happened, like that. We have if is used as a conjunction of condition. Then we have after also is used to talk about subsequent events. Chronology. Hardly had the child seen the mother dash, he came running towards her. Hardly had the child seen the mother, then he came running, then he came running, when he came running, or as he came running. Here the correct answer is C. Hardly this had happened when this happened. So these are, the more prominence here is given to what? The correlative conjunctions. Hardly one thing had happened when the second thing also happened. So hardly and when. All right. Alright, now the next one says we must help our friends dash they are in trouble. As soon they are in trouble, when they are in trouble, than they are in trouble, or but they are in trouble. Here the correct answer is B, when they are in trouble. When they are in trouble refers to the time, refers to the situation. When they are in trouble, which means it is a conjunction of time. Okay. Okay, so here we have, after failure, Aman did nothing else dash weep. As weep, then weep, when weep, or but weep. Here the correct answer is but weep. This is a sort of a contrasting statement again. First we say Aman did nothing else but do what? But weep. Okay. Then we have others. As is used when we have to talk about certain comparison. Then is used for like the next chronology, next subsequent thing. When is used as a conjunction of time. Okay. Alright, here choose the correct option to fill in the blanks. Everybody tried to convince Moni that she stood firm with her decision. Or she stood firm, but she stood firm, unless she stood firm, or both she stood firm. Here the correct answer is but she stood firm with her decision. Why but? Because we are here we have two contrasting statements. First, that everybody tried to convince Moni, but in contrast, what happened? She stood firm with her decision. All right. Then the other we have or is used for a choice, unless used for a condition, like unless something happens. Then both used to join two equal parts when we are agreeing with both. Okay. All right, next. Dash you do anything else, show me your report card. After you do anything else, therefore you do anything else, before you do anything else, or although you do anything else, show me your report card. Here the correct answer is C. Before you do anything else. Why before? Because here you're saying, the event that should happen first is this, showing of the report card, and then second would be you do, then you do anything else. All right, that's why I'm using before. Then others, after the opposite of before, therefore is used for a conclusion, although is used as a conjunction of concession. Okay. Alright, now next. We have not been to Jaipur dash last winter. By last winter, for last winter, until last winter, or since last winter. Pretty easy. Here the correct answer is D, since last winter. Why since? Because here we are talking, since is used when we have to talk to the duration starting from a certain point in the past and ranging like till now. So since last winter. Okay. Others you see by is used to talk about certain means or methods. Then for is used for a certain duration or purpose. Then until is used as, we can say, until is used as a conjunction of time, like until this happens, or like condition also. Right. So with this we finish off with the questions on conjunctions. I hope you have understood the broad ones.
So that's all for our class on conjunctions. I hope you have understood what conjunctions really are, when to use which kind of conjunctions, when not to use what kind of conjunction. That is, the various categories that we discussed. Make sure you revise them and don't make any mistake in them. All right, I will see you the next time. Thank you.